None of these are my thoughts or opinions. They are purely based on the website Encyclopedia Dramatica. Today I'm going to talk about the article that the website has on the internet because it's both relevant to you and me because you're watching me and we're on the internet.
T-minus 20 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey guys, so I thought I would do a series of videos on this website called Encyclopedia Dramatica, and what it does essentially is it details and summarizes the various goings-on and dramas of the internet, and some of them can be really harsh and some of them can be funny, but in its definition it says documenting the lulz, L-U-L-Z, of the internet. They are a website that pretty much goes after the goings-on of the internet, and they pull no punches, and it is not for everyone. It is definitely not for children, but I thought I would kind of do a series where I kind of, according to them, discuss some articles and just see what people think about it. To put it simple, the internet is like an autistic AI program invented by Al Gore and Invented by Al Gore and pluralized by W, the internets have become the new center of world communication. Technically speaking, the www word internets came into being during the 2004 presidential elections, when W spawned multiple drones of the internet by saying, "There are rumors on the internets." Needless to say, like all brilliant things Bush said, internets became a reality. Since the dawn of time, there have actually been two separate entities known as the internet, where nerds, hackers, and haters go to lurk more, troll, flame, post nudes, and generally lulz. It provides a home for a diverse crowd of society's outcasts and malignant narcissists. The internets are a place where bored, lonely losers from all backgrounds and areas of society whine to each other about how they're not getting laid. The phrase itself was originally coined by the previous ruler of Earth, Xenu. They have in recent years evolved into the greatest MMORPG of all time, where players choose one of two factions and compete for either lulz or anti-lulz. In fact, the internets are basically an electronic version of Earth. Who would have thunk it? At Kansas State University, an anthropology professor, that's a mouthful, Michael Welsh, is approaching the internets from an academic view, and he's doing very well. Here's some of what his students have made. Trolls manipulating identity, there's an article. The evolution of memes, there's another article. The internet is an alternate dimension where all men have a bigger penis. All women are hot, and everyone can become an expert without needing to know anything about the subject they are talking about. The internet was invented by the United States. The internet was ruined by Al Gore when he wrote a check to some scientists to make the first graphical web browser. Though AOL is dead and is only used by women who haven't been forced by their boyfriends to use a better browser, it was the gate that let the retards in. Seizing upon these inexperienced, confused, and curious users, crafty businessmen developed Web 2.0, social networking, and user-generated content, the common cold that killed the AIDS-afflicted internet. Also, the internet is like a toilet. Shit goes in and never comes out. The internets were developed by Al Gore at the request of the U.S. military in the early 1960s as an expedient means by which to share pornography between various installations in continental United States and later in Europe and Asia. Pornography was largely illegal at the time, and before the virtuous self-sacrifice of Larry Flynt, one could find a few tit shots here and there, but pink and penetration were considered criminal obscenity, punishable by death, followed by castration. One of the primary goals for the nascent system was that it be hardened enough to be available after a nuclear war, at which point porn would help to pass the time waiting for your hair to fall out, and might even be inexchangeable for money or sex. The Vietnam War spurred further development of the internet in order to both allow the transfer of high-quality American pornography to the troops stationed in Asia and allow fresh CP taken in Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, and Thailand to quickly be transferred back to the United States. Any person who uses the internets has no idea what they're doing on it, with the exception of boxy attention whores and people who use MySpace. This is clearly an old article. Whereas most people who use a car know the basics of driving, no one on the internet has a damn clue how to use the internets. While the functional value of the internet may be debated, its comedic value is off the charts. It has also been scientifically proven that the more you use the internets, The more you use the internets, the less you will get smecks. The internets are also the domain of Anonymous, who believe it to be an in-real-life VG. It has, however, been scientifically proven that this is not the case. However, nobody has bothered to tell Anonymous, even though we all know where they live. The Internet is a worldwide electronic communications and multimedia network and was invented by Al Gore in 1998. It originally started as a more convenient way to circulate chain letters and advertisements, but has since evolved into a repository for pornography and educational information. It was also discovered by Fox News that a group of domestic terrorists, hackers on steroids, had turned the web into a real-life video game. This game involves activities such as sacking websites, creating chaos, blowing up yellow vans, and disrupting innocent people's lives. Fox News actually did some fucking research and went to E-Bomb's world and discovered that the self-proclaimed internet home for people who lack a social conscience and such was home to people playing in real-life games such as shouting out old memes in public and pretending to have girlfriends or friends. Also remember to think twice before doing anything really stupid because the internet never forgets. How to internet. Pirate an antivirus program. Get porn. Don't be a fuckwit. Debate with like-minded people. View as many shock sites as humanly possible to desensitize you. Get more porn. Profit only if you're a giant multinational corporation. Don't be a Mexican, don't be Jewish, don't be a furry, don't be a brony. If you do not want to be a pirate nor view shock sites, we suggest that you follow steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 and then stop being a pussy and quit the internet. The internet phenomenon is a tendency for suicide, murder, and rape to increase as people gain access to the internet. It is best described as an exponential curve which most developed countries are just starting to travel. An internet phenomenon can also take the form of an annoying game or meme that spreads itself around the internet so much that it is considered a phenomenon. It's been scientifically proven that the internets instantly turn you into an ass. This is due to the fact that unlike in real life, there are absolutely no social consequences to how you behave. Anonymity also allows people to entertain bizarre notions that would otherwise be suppressed or dismissed as completely inappropriate for an intelligent human being. Prior to the invention of the internet, geographic separation and social sensibility would have made people think twice before having a bowel movement in their underclothing. The internet, however, has facilitated the formation of communities where similarly damaged individuals provide each other with mutual legitimization. Rumors on the internet. Besides helping pedophiles better locate prey and giving basement-dwelling nerds a place to feel cool, the internets have successfully promulgated more rumors than any other previous form of media. Thanks to the internet, if you can think of it, it probably has an associated rumor. Conspiracy-based. The most widely known rumors are almost all conspiracy-based, which is to say that they hinge upon an us versus them mindset, where us equals everything good and normal, and them equals everything wrong with the world. Some especially popular conspiracy rumors include conservative conspiracies, liberal conspiracies, the Encyclopedia Dramatica conspiracy, homosexual conspiracies, also known as the homosexual agenda, the worldwide Masonic conspiracy, the anti-internet advocates, most importantly, the potato conspiracy. As with all dangerous ideas created by humans, the internet and its hell-raising counterpart, the internets, do give users some side effects. Side effects include headache, rage, suicide over something pointless and or stupid situation that you could have prevented yourself, being found by a pedophile online, which will lead to you being left for dead in a ditch on the side of the road, loss of your ability to spell words correctly, being arrested because of something you did and or said while online. I do think that I have learned a lot about certain people that are on the interwebs from Encyclopedia Dramatica, so they actually do a really, really good job and a thorough job of garnering substance and articles about certain individuals or events in history that might have been too controversial that people have stayed away from. They've done the research. True or not, pseudo-intellectual, very dedicated to their website and what they do. I don't have an article about me yet, obviously, because I'm not that cool. I enjoy your website. I do. I know that you guys probably get an immense amount of hate. Information is power. Encyclopedia Dramatica. Where us equals everything good and normal, and them equals everything wrong with the world. Punishable by death, followed by castration. No one on the internet has a damn clue how to use the internet. Shit goes in and never comes out. Invented by Al Gore and pluralized... Okay, I gotta start.